You previously completed a statistics pretest testing your knowledge of mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and reading from tables and charts. These are the correct answers and the correct ways to do these problems. Question number 1 asks you to find the mean and median for each data set. It's important to remember that to find median, the first thing we want to do is we want to put all of our numbers in order. You can see that I've done this over here in the black. The next important thing to do to find median is to count up how many numbers we have. In this case, I've counted them and there are 17 numbers. So what we can do, instead of the old method of crossing off one at the front, one at the back, one at the front, one at the back, we can do a little formula where we take the number of numbers, 17, plus 1, which would be 18. Divide that by 2 and it gives us 9. So now that means that our median is the 9th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 6. And if we check from the other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it gives us the same number. So our median is 9, which means D is clearly not our answer. Then the next thing we do is we find the mean. In order to find the mean, we first have to find the sum of our numbers. In this case, I added them up and I found that the sum was 95. Once I have the sum is 95, my next step is to divide by the number of numbers, which is 17. 95 divided by 17 rounds to 5.59, so the correct answer here should be B. For the next problem, we have to do the same thing. Once again, there are 17 pieces of data. So in the 17 pieces of data, 17 plus 1 divided by 2 is 9. So we're looking for the 9th piece of data. Because these numbers are so large, I didn't want to rewrite every single number. So what I did was I went through and I ordered them until I found the 9th one in line. So I found the smallest, 23,691. The next smallest was 23,730. Then I had 23,773. The fourth, 24,229. The fifth, 24,308. The sixth, 24,311. The seventh, 24,370. 24,482. And the ninth one was 24,757. So if I look, there's only one median that has that as the choice. So actually, we don't even need to find the mean because there's only one option for median that has the right number. But if we were to find it, we would do the same thing as before. We add up all the numbers, divide by 17, and we should get 24,970 and 29 hundredths. For number 3, this is called a dot plot. On a dot plot, each dot represents a piece of data. I counted my dots. Once again, there were 17. 17 plus 1 divided by 2 is 9. So I counted up to find my 9th dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I count from the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means my median is 47. So B and C are out. To find the mean, we do the same thing that we've done for the other ones. We add up all of our data values. When we add them all together, we get a total of 797. We divide that by 17 and get 46.88. So our correct answer is option A. Number 4 gives us a stem and leaf plot. In order to read a stem and leaf plot, we have to have a key. So down here, the key tells us 5/6 equals 56. That means that the number in the stem and the number in the leaf go together to make a 2-digit number, 43, 43, 49, 53, etc., etc. To find the median, we count the number of numbers in the leaves. The number of leaves was 15, added 1 divided by 2, and so we're looking for the 8th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 puts me here at 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Checking the other direction, I also get 56. The mean, we would add them together. In order to add them together, we have to put them back together. 43 plus 43 plus 49, etc. The total is 849 We divide that by 15, and our answer is 56.6, which means the correct answer is D. Number 5 is a bar graph of 7.0 plus magnitude earthquakes. The first thing I did was I went through and I wrote down the numbers that corresponded with the heights of each bar. In 1991, there were 16 earthquakes, 13, 12, etc., etc. I then put all of these numbers in order, that way I could find the median. When we count, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years represented. 15 plus 1 is 16, divided by 2 is 8, so we're looking for the 8th number in line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the median is 15, so it's either C or D. And to find the mean, we add up all these numbers. In this case, because there are so many repeats, we can do 11 plus 12 times 2, because there's 2 12s, plus 13 times there are 3 13s, and continue this process where instead of doing plus 15 plus 15 plus 15, we can just type plus 15 times 3 into the calculator. Plus 16 times 4, plus 18, plus 20, and we get a total of 221, which we divide by 15 to get an answer of 14.73. So C is the correct answer. Number 6 gives us a line graph. Each dot represents a cost. I once again took each of the dots and I wrote them down, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 plus 1 divided by 2 is 8, so I'm looking for the 8th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The median is 9, which we didn't even need to check because that's my only option for median. To find the mean, we can do the same thing we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 9s, 2 12s. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 9 times 6, plus 11, plus 24, plus 13, gives us a total of 142. We divide that by 15. Our answer is 9.46 repeating, which would round to 9.47. C is the correct answer. Question 7 tells us the times winning the basketball tournament. So we assume that these are all different teams and it's the number of times they won the tournament is what this title is telling us. Of all the teams that have played in this tournament over the years, 10 is a frequency, which means 10 teams won the tournament once. 3 teams won the tournament twice, 1 team won the tournament 3 times, and 1 team won the tournament 11 times. In order to find our median, if we add these together, 10, 3, 1, and 1, we get a sum of 15. 15 plus 1 divided by 2 is 8, so we're looking for our 8th piece of data. The times 1 is already in order, so the frequency of 10 really means that if we were to list them out, we would list out 10 ones. So it means the 8th number is a 1. So our median is 1. So really, we don't have to do anything because they didn't give us any other choices with 1. But to continue, to find the mean, it would be 1 times 10 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 1 plus 11 times 1. Divide that by 15 would give us 2 for the mean. Question number 8 asks us to find the mode. The mode is the piece of data that occurs the most often. What I did to help me organize it was I rewrote it with repeats on top of each other, so I could quickly look and see there were 3 76s, which means 76 is the mode. Find the lower quartile, the upper quartile, and the interquartile range for each data set. The first thing we have to do is we have to put our data in order, so I did that over here on the side. Next, we find the median. Once we find the median, that has now broken our data in half, and we continue to find the quartiles. Now, quartile sounds a lot like the word quarter. What we're actually finding is where the first quarter of our data happens. So essentially, we're finding the median of the bottom half of the data. So working my way back and forth, I found the middle was here at 1,365. Doing the same thing for the top half of the data, one on the top, one on the bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. It means 1610 is in the middle, and that's our Q3. Looking at our choices, we have 1365, 1610. That option only happens once. IQR is the interquartile range. We get that by subtracting Q3 minus Q1. 1610 minus 1365 would be 245. Find the population standard deviation for each data set. For this, we are going to refer to the graphing calculator. In order to do this on the graphing calculator, the first button we press is Stat. Then we press Edit. Once we're in here, we're going to highlight the name of the list and clear it out. This is very similar to finding the linear regression or quadratic regression or exponential regression, where we put our data in L1. So I have a 2. My data is now in the calculator, and you can see here that it says L1 17, so that means it's waiting for the 17th number to be entered in L1. So a good double check is to count your pieces of data, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So that means we have entered 16 pieces of data, which is how many we should have. Our next step is to tell the calculator what statistics to find. We press Stat, over to Calc, one variable stats. Our list is in L1. We don't have a frequency list, so we press Enter to highlight Calculate. And it gives us all kinds of helpful information. The first thing it gives us is the mean. The mean of this data would be 4.815. Then it gives us the sum is 77. The sum squared is 411. S is the sample standard deviation, 1.64. This sideways looking 6 thing is the lowercase Greek letter sigma, which would round to 1.59, which is our population standard deviation. So when we talk about standard deviation, that's what we're talking about, is this lowercase sigma. There's 16 pieces of data. Our minimum is Q. Our first quartile is 4. Our median is 5. Our third quartile is 6. And our max is 7. So we can get a lot of information from one variable stats using the graphing calculator. I hope this clears up your questions. Please see me if you need more help with any of these topics.